I love Auburn. Hard pass, though. Hard pass.
You got your Auburn fans at all?
Yeah.
You see that SEC short?
That's one of the best. It's so accurate.
All right. You got my.
I mean, how do you go from being up 17-7 on Georgia in the second half?
I know. And then play LSU. Get good at it, and then go and beat. Yes, and get on a roll with the offense, and then.
I mean, look, I'm not saying Arkansas is great. I think if Cody was here, he'd agree with it. But beat the brakes off of them in the stadium. And then New Mexico State just wallops in there like they're, the reincarnation of Newt Rocky's Notre Dame. They just own the offensive line, defensive line, everything. I mean, it's horrible.
They took their $1.8 million and said, thank you. No, that's what I was going to start out with. I was going to let you have the floor first beginning. So you did it. So get you ranting out. So, man, I'm sorry.
Well, I think I'm pretty much done. the Auburn fans saying, Hugh Freeze needs to be fired and all that stuff.
No.
Get out of here, man. Think about this. Since Harsin had 2 recruiting classes. 2020 when he came in, during COVID, which is, you can't. It's hard to really hold his feet to the fire on that one. But anyways, he signed those kids. 2020 and 2021, his recruiting classes. There's 3 kids left from those classes. 3. That's what Freeze inherited. And, and I hate it. But, the truth is, Hugh's got a.
Hey.
What I read on our Auburn Undercover site that I'm a subscriber for, those guys are incredible. Auburn Live's incredible too.
Give him a chance.
And you got them saying that apparently they.
What do you need $16 million for? You helping to pay out old Sam Pittman, Cody?
All I can say is Arkansas better feel lucky they didn't play New Mexico State.
Dan Mullins to Arkansas. They do what? I'm sorry. Do what, Kyle?
I said all Arkansas fans should be thankful for if they didn't play New Mexico State yesterday. It would have been a lot worse.
Oh, Lord. New Mexico State.
But no, for me, our program is moving forward. We got big time recruits coming in. I mean, you can tell Hugh doesn't have his guys. We talked about it last week, and it's just crazy to me that New Mexico State it really showed itself. So look, it's gonna be a process. We got a lot more painful days coming.
Hey, us Alabama fans, we understand. I mean, you see it. Us Alabama fans, Louisiana Monroe, Saban's first year. I mean, hey, we get it. We understand. But look what happens. I mean, yeah, people want to fire and you give him a chance. Hugh Freeze, he'll do. I can't even hardly say it. He'll do great things. I can't say it. Just come on. I'm sorry. Couldn't even hardly say it. But I did. But what?
Well, as my dear friend Harvey Two-Face Dent says, just before the time. So I think we were in a really, really dark spot last year. Losing to New Mexico State's pretty awful. But,
wake up call. That's all it was. Wake up call. You wait and see.
Today's gonna be fun.
And that's the sad thing about it. We think about that, but you really look at it like that might be the best. And that's sad for me to say this game. Now, I ain't saying Auburn's gonna win it, but they may play them close. But I mean, that's the sad thing about it. That for Alabama fans and for Alabama that happened because Auburn's gonna come out fired up now. Makes them try to make a point.
Well, the way I looked at it was you got a chance.
That's probably the worst thing that could happen.
Well, for me, we were predicted to go 5-7, 6-6 this year. So Hughes pretty much done what was projected to do, but.
Are you going to join us, Cody, or not? Hold on, let me get. Go ahead. I invited her. He's in there talking, commenting, but
No, but what I was
there we
gonna say
go.
was,
My bad. I
he
didn't
might
think
be
about
driving.
inviting you. Where'd you go?
He's in Indiana, so he may not be able to join.
He
But
just
anyway,
tapped in, but
what
let me get him again. Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying was, if we win that game, we're 7-4 coming into the Iron Bowl. You got a chance. You already know great recruits are going to be there today. There's 85 stars there today. There's 72 4-stars there today. You know, over the next 3 classes. I mean, he knows what he's doing on that front. But man, you know, it's one of those things, Cody. You said UW was your team. I tell you what, Ed Marquardt. Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
You want to know somebody that doesn't know football, looks down upon the South, has his nose up. That would be this Mr. Ed Marquardt. He's a guy. You want to invite somebody in live that doesn't know what they're talking about, you invite Ed Marquardt. Uncle Fred.
No.
Oh, wait. Good one.
He is a Washington fan.
Oh.
Him and his wife. His wife graduated from Washington.
I hear you.
So they're real fans.
That might be the national championships this year. National champion.
Well, you know what a real fan in the Pac-12 is.
The producer just come in and said, "Roll Tide."
Well, the producer's not supposed to have a swayed opinion.
Oh, yes, she does. She got the Roll Tide, baby.
She's married to
I
me.
think so.
No,
She's
I
gotta
had
have
the Roll
good
Tide
opinion.
before you come along.
Yeah, all of us. Well, I don't know what happened, though, kid.
Wait till I put in this request for HR. It's unacceptable.
Request for HR.
She is
keeps
supposed to be
look.
neutral.
She keeps the show going. Look what
Show.
she made me my coffee this morning. I mean, she done got me set up this morning. Look at this.
Well, and Amy, I told Uncle Fred, I was ready at 5:30 this morning.
Hey, I was too. I would have got up at 5:30 if you wanted to. Oh, give me a scoot over here.
No.
I'm kidding. I would not have got up.
What time did you get up?
It's about 5:36. Send me the invite. Here comes Cody again. All right, let's put him in here.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna say hey to everybody.
All right.
See, we got is Auburn in the Pac-12. Oh, Ed, crack me up. Chandler,
Yeah.
Good morning. Good to see you. Let's see who else we got.
Good morning. Good morning.
Kenneth, Cody, you look.
Kenneth Charlotte. That's
Yeah.
Man,
our Kim folks.
this camper,
Good morning,
this
Kenneth
camper's killing me, boys. This camper's killing me.
and Charlotte. Good morning. It was both of you here. Kenneth and Charlotte, my Kim folks. Kenneth and Charlotte.
I wasn't saying you look rough like you look rough. I'm saying you look rough for Arkansas. If you want to put yourself down.
All right,
Dude,
I never told nobody this, but if you're live on Facebook or YouTube, which are not many, but if you want to join on Instagram, my Instagram account is chriskelly.ck or truthcarrier.ck. So if y'all want to join that way, you can see the I don't know what you call them,
little shout out, Chris Kelly.
the
there.
Thompson twins. I don't know. Yeah.
Build this man's brand.
Yes.
Build it.
Yes.
You're paid to fix the problem. That's our motto for this.
Well,
Move the pocket.
that's move the pocket.
Move the
That's
pocket. I forgot
something.
about that one too. That's our.
Sam-
I got them
Sam-
wrote
Sam
down
does
when
not
we
live
start.
by either one of those
Yeah.
mottos, so
When we start
I
our
don't know.
merchandise,
I
that's
don't-
gonna be the first. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know how Hunter Yurchek can justify bringing Sam Pittman back. I don't know how he can literally get on a podium and say anything that gives Arkansas fans any hope for next year. How does it look better?
Hey, having Frozen on in the halftime really got them going. Was that the movie they had? I forgot what they.
No, it was Polar.
Oh, Polar Express. That's right. Yeah, hey, that fired them up, didn't it? They got going on.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that mug justified it by saying in the next day at the press conference, he said it was in a different part of the locker room where the walk-ons and the red shirt guy. Like it makes a difference. You know, you're down by 4 scores at halftime to an Auburn team that just lost to New Mexico State last week. You know.
You're welcome.
You know what would have been better? You know, if he'd came out at halftime on a 4-wheeler, maybe that would have made up for it. I had to get to me, and I had to. I was waiting on them. Yeah, here we go. What is it? He's making a statement, though. Diversity coming out on a 4-wheeler. Yeah.
Wow.
Did either of you guys think that he wrecked the 4-wheeler because he went to the right? I was like, did he just wreck the 4-wheeler? He doesn't know what he's doing. And then they finally and they show him like screaming down the sideline.
Love it. Love it. Oh, the only thing better if I'd have been there at that game, seen him come out in it. No. Okay. You don't think he'll be there next year, right? Oh, man. Interim coach.
Lauren, thanks for joining.
Yes, good morning. All right.
Go ahead and put your Auburn, Alabama picks in the comments.
Oh, yeah. That'll be good. Yeah, put them in. What you think? Yeah.
Is there really going to be a debate on the pick?
Well, we don't know. I mean, that's what I said in Kyle ago. The worst thing that probably could happen is Auburn lose to New Mexico State. Cause, I mean, it's Iron Bowl.
I don't think that helped them a bit. I think if they would have won against New Mexico State, coming in on a 4-game winning streak, riding a 3-game SEC winning streak, I think that would have been a dangerous Auburn team. You know?
Well, I reached out after we lost to New Mexico State. I sent an email to our AD, John Cohen, asking to move the game to Fayetteville.
Oh, my God. Neutral site? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you won up there.
It'd been a lot better for Auburn, I think, if we'd been in Fayetteville.
That is very true.
Wow.
I know we didn't get to talk that game, but
oh yeah. We need to go back. Sorry, I probably had a work meeting, last week. But hey,
that game went every way. As an Arkansas fan and as an Arkansas player and coach, you wanted that game to go, and they still put 48 points on you.
That still keep you close.
That's what you wanted. You wanted the quarterback to beat you, and he did. I mean, that was the.
But you flip from that, and New Mexico State did the same thing. And last week, Peyton Thorne, I was going back through a play script. The guys at Auburn Live, there's a guy named Cole Pinkston. He used to coach, and fantastic, just fantastic to have his insight on game days and to understand more of what they're trying to establish and what the decisions should be, that kind of stuff. And he said Peyton Thorne probably played his worst game that week against New Mexico State. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to think that New Mexico State, the way they were rolling things down, he wasn't even trying to throw it to the receivers. He was trying to run, so he wasn't seeing the field very well. But anyway, it's funny you go from Arkansas where he absolutely shredded the approach, and then New Mexico State practically comes out with the same approach and he can't do nothing.
Well, did Auburn ever even get 60 plays in that game? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, hello? We can't. He froze up. I was waiting for his answer because I didn't think it.
I said did Auburn ever get 60 plays in that game?
I heard you. I was waiting on. Yeah, there's Kyle. He's back.
We had 42 plays in that game.
42. Yeah, because that first drive, wasn't there one drive at New Mexico? I mean, almost went down the whole field. Took 10 minutes off the clock, almost, or something like that, wasn't it? Golly.
We didn't start our second possession until the second quarter.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. See, that's tough.
But if you watch that game, they destroyed our defensive line. I mean, the way we play defense, we try to bring. We say it's essentially a 3-4 base, but we're multiple out of it. So they'll drop that outside linebacker and they'll bring him down like a defensive end, or they'll kick him out. Well, New Mexico State figured out when we would kick him out and when we bring him down, and they had the perfect run call for it the entire game, and we never adjusted. We never went to a bear front. We never tried to do anything like that to drop that safety down.
Yeah, you didn't go to a 4-4?
I told you. You went to 4-4. Y'all probably would have won. Y'all would have held them.
No 4-4, sir.
No.
We don't have enough linebackers to run a 4-4.
Good hybrid.
No, it was
All right. Well, that didn't help.
Well, in other news, Cody, since your team already played, would you like to discuss?
holy smokes, son.
Oh yeah, we forgot. I didn't think about getting the reviews of the. I guess you could think who you was going to pick. I guess 2 games we didn't.
Well, I was going to pick Missouri. I said before the game.
I'll just write it down. Yeah.
I said I don't think we'd be surprised if we got beat 56-0. We're just not good. There's just no. I mean, defense.
Raptors happen. I'm spread out. Raptors happen.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to. I got some too much backlight on my. But that's just gonna have to work that way.
God's back. Thank you.
I'm back. It didn't happen. Well, y'all still here too, so.
Cody closed off.
Right in the middle of the.
Yeah, that game was so. I felt for it, man. I mean, they played. They kind of kept them in it in the first half, but the offense, KJ going down, it was rough to watch yesterday.
Who would you have picked?
I'll tell you, I would. Me and Cody talked about it, definitely would pick Missouri.
All right, I'm just gonna put it down. I didn't think about getting y'all's pick before that. Is he coming back in or?
Yeah, I think so.
There he is. Hang on, let me get him back. Yeah, okay.
He's in Indiana, so those cornfields, man. You know, I don't know how good service he's got. Right. But I know.
Let me get him this way.
In Missouri, I'll hear you.
Get back. There you go.
Brady Cook had less than 120 yards in that win yesterday.
God.
You didn't tell me Brady Cook had, less than 300 yards. We probably would have kept that game closed. Brady Cook, they beat us with Brady Cook throwing for 112 yards.
Michael, you join if you want to go to the Instagram side. It's truthcarrier.ck. You can see that's all in our beautiful, in our handsome selves.
Schrader had like 23 carries for 213 yards. I mean, it just, I don't know. It doesn't get. We fumbled it on a kickoff, which is the second special team fumble this year. I was going to say this at the end of the game, but Sam Pittman has to do some adjusting. They got to fire Scott Fountain, our special teams coach. Got to fire Cody Kennedy. Got to beef up that offensive line. Got to keep the whole entire defense intact. Got to get depth. And you got to somehow talk KJ into coming back.
Yeah, you like the quarterback controversy after Chris Quell had 2 drives against Auburn?
Yeah. And everybody saying start Jacoby. I mean, which yesterday you couldn't really see what Jacoby had because the offensive line is so trash that don't have time to set up the play. But I
saw that Sam was saying stuff about NIL, which is like his first time he's done that all year. So So I think there might be a commitment on the Hog side to,
Yeah, he said that. He said that in a Wednesday, whatever that Wednesday or Thursday or maybe it was Tuesday. I can't remember. I only watch about half of them now. I get so tired of listening.
Come on, will Walmart not get involved up there and give them some good,
Walmart pays every player that comes through there.
but it's not.
Give them their 10% discount.
To me, it's a bunch of money, but
JB Hunt.
JB
Hunt. They got some good.
Walmart's hitting every athlete that comes through there.
Well, you can't. If you try to find information on NIL deals, you you really can't find it unless the collectives release it for like publicity. So like Walmart, $50,000 every player. You know, Texas, if you remember, their offensive line recruits get a guaranteed $50,000.
Wow.
You know, from somebody. You know, so the collectives are the ones that like leak it out.
Yeah.
It's never the players. And you know, like I was reading an article talking about NIL and talking about how guys, you know, a lot of people think that a lot of players are getting like 7-figure deals. Now this was last year with Bryce Young and Caleb Williams.
Just a handful, yeah.
There's probably only 10 to 15 kids that are getting 7-figure deals. But, you know, it's guys like Bryce Young, he's won a Heisman. Caleb Williams, you know, won a Heisman, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, elite players. But, you know, it's one of those things, man, like to get a 5-star recruit, apparently that rumor's come out, you know, you got to pay them $5,000 just to visit. You know, I mean, it's this stuff, and I know this stuff's been going on behind the scenes for years, but, you know, now that it's come more out in the light, it's just, you just feel like it's ruining the game, you know?
Yeah, and we talked about this before we start off. I mean, before it even come out, I've mentioned it. I mean, it's sad now. And that's what you're talking about. The recruits now, they're expecting, well, I'm not coming to your school unless you send me blah, blah, blah money. You know, I won't come to you. You know, I deserve, if you're going to look at me, you know, that's what it's come down to. What used to be, what can I do for the college? Now it's what can you do for me if you want me to play for you? And it's going to turn into some ads. They don't put a
and the positive light of
clothes
NIL,
on it.
It's helping Auburn right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. They might be an old fork out of $1.8 million and then still lose too.
They gotta take some of that money out of the NIL.
Yeah, they gotta go into their savings for the NIL. They go get many recruits now because they lost at $1.8 million.
I just want
At least it wasn't $76 million they had to pay out. I mean, you know.
Now I thought that we would beat them in New Mexico. You know, they would get a win over them. But I did call the Auburn going 6-6.
Well, let's revisit preseason stuff. Which we can save that until next week if you want to. The championship week. You want to save that for next week?
You can start it now. We'll touch it back too. Probably it don't matter. It's just
I will take a trophy for being the worst preseason surprise team. I picked Auburn.
no, I think I did. Mine was South Carolina, so I think I really blew it.
No, you didn't blow worse than Arkansas.
South Carolina 5-6. You know, they could beat Clemson today, which I think they will, and they could get their bowl game.
Oh,
Clemson.
I watched you Dabo's rant the other while back. Yeah, too. You sent me.
Into Fayetteville
Hilarious.
Right now. They could lose today and come into Fayetteville next week and beat us 48-14.
Probably so.
I believe that.
Yeah.
No. And basketball's lost 2 straight, but I'm still. Well, I mean, we're in tournament play, but I mean, I know y'all don't want to talk about basketball.
No, because Musselman's not there.
Football's not over. To me, basketball don't start till January. Sorry, you can't cross over football and basketball together.
I did. My basketball had to start early, Uncle Fred.
I understand. I mean, yeah, you don't have the postseason to go on for football, so I get you. I understand. Us, Alabama and Auburn fans, we always have that chance to keep on going through December. So I'm sorry, Cody. I understand.
Yeah,
I get it. You got to fall back on something. Since Alabama's a basketball team this year too now.
For a 4th-year coach, to not go to a bowl game and go 4-8. It's perfectly normal. All right.
It's all right.
It's perfectly normal to give him another year. You know what? We're growing. We're growing.
Gus Malzahn's coming back home.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, I hope Gus comes back.
At this point, bring him on. As an Arkansas fan, if a coach comes in, at this point in my life, if a coach comes in and wins 8 to 9 games on a regular basis, That's best I think I can ask.
You know what he said? He said, "Mama's calling. He's coming."
You will lose every game on the road against a quality opponent. You will also probably have some 5-star defensive linemen that are picked first round, and you still lose 4 games.
Just think. So there, somebody mentioned it. So they're not firing him. Sam Pittman will be a coach next year.
Yeah, Sam Pittman's coming back. I mean, that's not the debate. Hunter Yurchek has come out and said it. He is coming back. And I don't think it's for the lack of we don't have the money to fire him. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't believe it.
I
there's
think
money out there.
You guys,
I don't know.
Well, what I was going to say was you guys had a lot of injuries going out of preseason camp. Rocket Sanders wasn't healthy coming out of camp, and then the BYU game, just everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
You guys still have a chance to win, but it just bit you, and you guys started this landslide. So he fought some momentum. I think if you guys have been getting beat by 2 touchdowns plus in games, he'd be fired.
Yeah. Well,
But Auburn and Missouri are only double-digit losses.
Yeah.
I mean
that is true, but man,
I know. And you hate it for Sam because Sam. Everybody loves Sam Pittman. I mean, his attitude is so great. It just, I
love the guy as a person.
Yeah.
You know,
he's got the fire and the momentum, and you see when he talks and stuff. It's
like
just
Drinkwitz, which was coaching at Arkansas at one point. In state, and who was up for the job when we hired Pittman. Come in here and beat you 48-14, and you could add Drinkwitz.
Well, I think to be fair, Missouri's NIL, they definitely stepped up and got kids.
Yeah.
Which the guys running Drinkowitz strength and conditioning program and his recruiting program all came from Gus Malzahn at Auburn. Every one of them.
Yeah.
So all of Gus's top guys for recruiting are now in Columbia with Eli Drinkowitz. So I think that's why you've seen some of that recruiting.
It's just business.
You got the behind the scenes guys.
It's just business.
Well, I'll tell you this, Sam has probably the most favorable schedule that Arkansas's had in probably 15 years coming up next year.
And he's gonna stand on business.
That's what the big talk when he would have shook what's his name's Heupel's hand, that's what just business. When he beat him so bad, just business.
Well, he said we stand on business.
Yeah, okay, that's what.
He walked off.
Man, that was. Does he not know next year's coming? I mean, people coaches feet over that.
Well, that's why he did it because Tennessee last year ran up the score.
Right, I got that, but that's what I'm saying. He'd do it again, but I mean, tough.
I think Missouri's got some dudes coming in there. They got like the number 3. They got the number 3 player in the country coming in. I mean, Drinkowitz is setting that thing up.
They flipped that. They flipped that Arkansas commitment.
Yep.
I don't know if they've committed yet, but all rumors. He's a top 50 player.
Well, Brady Cook, is he a senior? Is he leaving or?
I think he can come back. He can come back. And but I'm telling you, if I was A&M, that's what I'd be calling. Get that guy at Columbia, Missouri. Bring him to Texas A&M. He's not going to back down. He's not afraid to speak his mind. He's going to put in the work. He's had a losing record all 3 years at Missouri. Just slowly building that program. Now he lost the bowl game. He's lost the bowl game since made him 6-7 and 6-7. But he's slowly building, trying to change what's going on. Because you guys got to remember Barry Odom, from Gary Pinkel to Barry Odom, Missouri just went straight down. And it's taking him some time, but man, he's got some dudes, man. Luther Burden is probably a top 5 receiver in the country, man. He is awesome. So
he's great.
But Missouri had to be patient with him, and they invested in a football program. They've invested in NIL. You hear about their NIL debates, their NIL deals. they're keeping kids home. They're going into St. Louis and keeping those top kids home. They're not going to Ohio State, Michigan like they've been doing.
But don't besides Luther, don't they have another 5-star or 4-star opposite to him?
Well, they got Theo Weiss, who's a transfer from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
But
he was a 5-star. Yeah, and then you got a 4-star coming in.
Yeah, they got some dudes, man. They're doing a good job. But I do feel for the Hogs. You know, from my standpoint, my second favorite team in the SEC West, which is RIP'd after this year.
Oh Lord. Oh,
I feel for him, man. I wish I could say he turned it around. I thought you guys were doing it 2 years ago when you guys 9-4. You take Alabama to the brink in that game in Tuscaloosa, and you're like, oh, dude, this ain't same old Arkansas, you know?
Yeah. Well, he's regressed every year since his second year. You know, that first year, you know, I can't remember what I think it was 3-10, but that was the COVID year.
Yeah, 3-7.
Yeah, 3-7, and then
Bo Nix fumble.
So, yeah,
should have been 4-6. Both.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna tell you, if I had a vote, he would be the Heisman. Did y'all watch any of the game last night? I didn't get to see much of it. Man.
Dude, that throw when he's running full sprint to his right and he throws it back across his body to the left, hits their number 11, their best receiver, Franklin. Hits him perfectly. He just turns upfield, scores a touchdown right before half, man.
Good.
Broke Oregon State. Oregon State just drove the field. 4
Yeah.
seconds left, and Bo Nix happened, man. Unbelievable.
Man, if you take just the passing into account, yes, Bo Nix. Dude, what's he got, like 38 touchdowns to 2 interceptions?
Yeah, 35.
You know, 35.
Mr. Statman there.
Auburn don't even have 35 touchdowns on the season. Just go ahead and pierce my heart a little more.
But dude, Jalen Daniels is he's different. The only thing Bo Nix is beat
3,900 yards, 37 touchdowns,
and touchdown to interception ratio. And Jalen Daniels only has 2 more interceptions.
3,906 yards, 37 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 91 quarterback rating, second in the NCAA.
I was close. I said 38.
Second quarterback rating. Wow,
Yeah, but you got to add Jalen Daniels rushing.
Let's see what he's got. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, but you got to look at it too. I mean,
we see this every year, guys. If Oregon goes and beats Washington, Bo Nix he's going to win it. I mean, they're going to be in the playoff, and you got Jaden Daniels got 3 losses. Jaden Daniels has been incredible. He's been the best player in the country all year. But they've lost 3 games.
Because they got 3 losses. They won't do it.
Listen, I seen some Heisman odds this morning before this live, and it went Bo Nix. Bo Nix popped up above him. All right, and then apparently I don't know if the bettors and stuff all put money on Jalen Daniels, but Jalen Daniels is now the top guy for odds. But
there you
Carson
go.
Beck,
yeah. Wow.
Carson Beck is 5th in Heisman odds, and nobody talks about him.
That's a good point too. But it's because it's more of a team effort with them. You know, I mean, you got all them guys on that team that are getting all the
stats are sneaky.
Yeah, I'm fixing to pull up his stats there. Here's Jaden Daniels. 35, 77 yards, 36 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And he's got a 95 quarterback rating. They're first in the but yeah.
Yep. And he hasn't played yet.
Oh, that's right. He got well.
This is crazy.
That's right. He still got man.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get more. I mean, he's unbelievable.
Who they got? LSU.
This is a crazy stat. Before last night.
Texas. That ain't right.
Oregon.
A&M.
Nobody knows what you're saying on the press.
I know they're not. I'm talking to myself. My bad.
Before the Oregon State game,
I was trying to figure it out. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't even know what are you saying.
I'm doing the stat thing here while y'all are talking. Okay, I'm trying to.
I can hear you talking. You keep coming out. I don't know what you're saying.
Right. I'm getting my mindset to myself. Go ahead.
I was like, what? I can't understand you. Anyway, Jaden Daniels has 20 touchdowns of 20-plus yards. All right? Bo Nix, going into last night's game, had 17 completions of 20-plus yards. How crazy is that? So Jaden Daniels is literally throwing 20 touchdowns that have traveled more than 20-plus yards. Bo Nix only has 17 total completions that have went 20-plus yards. That is wild. That's a wild stat, dude.
Yeah.
So you got freaking Malik Neighbors, Kyron Lacey, and who's the other kid? Brian Thomas at LSU. Dude, those three guys are dudes, you know. And Jane Daniels, his downfield accuracy is insane. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Listen, I to me, Kyle, you're right. I mean, they do look at records. You're 100% right. But to me, if you take Bo Nix off that team, yes, they lose some games. I'm not taking nothing away from Bo Nix. If you take Jalen Daniels off that team, they might be 4-8. I mean,
would be incredible. I would love that so much.
But he is.
Oh my God.
He had like 605 yards of offense in one game, and I want to say the whole team had 640.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Against Alabama, yeah, he had running. But yeah, here's why.
I guarantee he is 75% of their offense every game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You're probably right, man.
But here's why, because I mean the stats. Well, I lost it.
Carson Beck's gonna get dinged because
Yeah,
he got Brock
3,320 yards, 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's got 86 quarterback. It's just not as. I know it looks good, but it's just not as impressive as Bo Nix, and it's just not as impressive as Jaden Daniels is. I mean, yeah, he's great because he's led his team number one, undefeated, but he just don't have the stats like that. And that's what they're looking at. I mean, even the guy from Washington, Pennington's probably.
The only reason why Beck is in there is because Georgia's number one. And we saw it in 06 with Troy Smith. Darren McFadden was the absolute best player in the country. Rolled in the SEC. Unbelievable season for a running back. And they gave it to Troy Smith, the quarterback at Ohio State. And he had like 30 touchdown passes. If there's not a clear and defined front runner, you see guys like Carson Beck get involved in the Heisman race. But I think it's going to be Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels, and I think Jaden Daniels is the best player in the country myself. So, but I think what they'll end up doing if they beat Washington and Bo plays like he did the rest of the season, he's going to win the Heisman. But I think Jaden Daniels is the best player, and Jaden Daniels should win the Heisman.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that ain't no hit about Bo Nix. But if you watch a Bo Nix game, I think Kyle, he pointed out this earlier, dude, there's so many screens. There's so many intermediate routes. I mean, and it's just yards after the catch. There ain't no telling what the wide receiver's yards after the catch is for Oregon.
Yeah. Absolutely. Which, by the way, their leading receiver, Troy Franklin, is a homegrown kid, but then their second receiver was a transfer from Troy.
Yep.
I mean, it just shows you, man, guys, you get guys in the right system. They have the right players around them. They can succeed. And that's what makes these kids being able to transfer or the NIL space. You get the right kids into the right culture, great things can happen,
Yeah.
It's just we see so much stuff right now, and it's so frustrating. But you take a kid that literally transferred from Troy, is now the second best receiver on the team for a championship contending team. It was a difference maker.
Yep.
So it's kind of wild to see it all played out like that. But it's I hope the Auburn in me hopes Bo Nix wins it, because I also don't want Brian Kelly having a Heisman Trophy he can sell to recruits. Well, in the SEC, but I think Jay Daniels is the best player in the country. I think he should win the Heisman.
If they had
yeah.
we talked about this a couple weeks ago. If they had a defense, goodness gracious, what could they have accomplished this
If
year?
they had a top 5 defense in the SEC, they're probably the front runners in the West.
I mean, they're up there, right? They probably win the West.
Yeah. And I mean, I know Alabama's came on. And Alabama's playing some good ball, but
Any kind of
that
defense.
LSU offense.
Yeah, any kind of defense that if LSU had, Alabama wouldn't have beat them because their game was back and back. If they had to stop them, all they had to do was stop them a couple of drives, and LSU wins that game. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. But let's get in these
All
games.
right. Yeah, y'all want to go? We done went over a couple of weeks. I know it's a week skip. So let's go to the pick. All right. I know these games have been played, but who would you have picked? We're going to write it down. Well, last week, everybody, let's see. You went 2 weeks ago. Kyle 7-0. Cody was week 11, 6-1. Me and Caleb was 4-3. Last week, 8-2. Caleb 8-2. Me. Kyle 7-3, and then Cody 8-2. Y'all didn't get my picks, but I picked. Of course, everybody picked Auburn and lost, and then I picked Georgia. Well, there was another one. No, I picked Tennessee. Me and Kyle took Tennessee, and I also I was over. But yeah. All right. So this week we got Mississippi State and Ole Miss, which don't be played. I would have chose Ole Miss, of course, over Mississippi State.
I think we all would have took Ole Miss. I don't think anybody was. I'm more surprised that the score wasn't higher.
Yeah, I don't understand. What 17-7? I mean, yeah, that was a low score. It was weird on that.
17-7.
Yeah. Missouri and Arkansas, y'all done said that. Everybody would have, of course, picked Missouri. I mean, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
All right. And the 11 o'clock game, we got Kentucky and Louisville.
Sneaky
Kyle
game.
said Louisville. Yeah, that one's tough. Louisville's.
I can't hear what you're saying, Cal.
I had it on mute because I'm hearing an echo. But Louisville, I think will win. But I think Kentucky will play well. It's at Louisville, ain't it?
Yes,
I believe so.
Not that playing at Kentucky that hard, but Louisville struggled on the road. They haven't looked at home. But Jeff Braun, being a Louisville guy, they've had a great season. He's gonna want to beat down Kentucky. I mean, they're coming for Kentucky's throat.
Let me redo Cody here. Hold on. He's echoing. Let me see if I can get him back. Hotty Toddy. Yeah, I had to get you back. It was echoing. Let's see if that helps. Chris?
Yeah, I had Louisville.
Yeah, I'm going Louisville too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to make Louisville too. I mean,
you guys excuse me. Indiana does not have cell phone towers, so whether you have Verizon or AT&T, it's just all terrible.
You're good. I got much of anything. Is that? I didn't really put that down. I think that'd have to be Texas A&M. Texas A&M, LSU.
LSU.
Oh wait.
I am curious to see how much better A&M's offense is, because it will be better today with Jimbo not being.
Who is? I mean, Bobby Petrino is still there, right? He's still, but he's calling the plays now.
Post Jimbo Fisher, I agree with Cal. The offense will be better. That LSU defense is terrible. They can't stop nobody.
Uh-oh.
Give me the Tigers.
Okay.
Too much Jalen Daniels still. I mean,
I got you.
Now, if Jalen Daniels gets knocked out of this game, which, by God, he gets hit about 107 times a game, so there's a good chance. Texas A&M could win this game, but only if Jalen Daniels gets injured. Too much Daniels.
Too much
Heisman winning Daniels.
Remember last year, A&M was on a 6-game losing streak. LSU was headed to Atlanta to play Georgia, and they beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
So, I will not be surprised at all. Y'all know Texas A&M's got two. That line is ridiculous.
Yep.
But Jay Daniels will be too much today. But
Brandon.
if
Brandon for Bama.
If Texas A&M runs the ball in LSU like I think they can shorten that game and lower those possessions and make Daniels have to be perfect. She's pretty much been, but
Yeah.
I think A&M covers, but I like LSU.
Yep. Brandon for Bama. What a stupid name.
Hey,
Thank you for joining us.
I hope you know him.
I don't.
Brandon's awesome. Goes to our church. Great.
No, thank you for joining us. You can change the name.
No, man, that's good. That's what we need. Brandon for Bama. Good name. Don't listen to them other ones. They're, he's having a hard time being an Arkansas fan this year. So
And,
yeah,
buddy,
it's affecting his.
I'm pushing my feelings off on everybody
Yeah,
else.
see, it's affecting him pretty bad. So you just had to overlook him.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say this. Brandon's probably one of the best Alabama fans I know. Loves the game.
What?
He understands the game and always respectful, man. He's super cool guy. His family has season tickets. It's a cool story. I know we're trying to wrap it up. I want to tell this. When Bear Bryant moved to Tuscaloosa, he used Brandon's family, his grandpa's moving service, to move all his stuff to Tuscaloosa. And the Bear asked him, the only thing to do was buy season tickets. Wanted to buy season tickets. So his family's had season tickets since Bear Bryant came to Tuscaloosa.
Wow.
Oh, that is cool.
That's an awesome story. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that
they
is
still
cool.
have them to this day. Same seat, I think he was telling me, same seat that they've always had. They kept them because Bear Bryant asked his grandpa,
Wow.
and they still have them to this day.
Well, we need to get him on here and let him tell some stories. I bet he's got some stories of his family and stuff. Yeah. That'd be
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Awesome. All right. The game of the century right here.
Can we do that? Can we do the Iron Bowl last?
You want to do it? Okay. Skip the Iron Bowl 2:30 game. All right. We go another 2:30 game. Vandy, Tennessee. Anchor down.
Tennessee. They're gonna roll.
I know they are, but man, I would love to see Vanderbilt pull this one out. But I'm gonna pick Tennessee too. I mean, no, they've had a horrible season, but it's Vanderbilt. I mean, they did put 20-something on Georgia though. Look out. Go,
Look
Kyle.
out.
I'm sure you're taking Tennessee too, right?
No, this is kind of game that Tennessee win 56-14, and then Hype will get all this hype about him. He's got Tennessee back. This is what he does.
And they're talking about it right now. 2-9 Vanderbilt, 7-14. Wow, I didn't know Vanderbilt was 2-9. Yep.
So
All right. Florida State, the 6:00 game tonight. Florida State and Florida. Tough game. Did you watch last week? Oh, I watched that horrendous accident on Jordan Travis. And that's sad.
Yeah.
That kid was doing great. I mean, that was a sad accident. Oh,
I
it's
hate it.
horrible. But
I hate it for Florida State.
yes, I do too, man. They were
because they're
rolling.
probably just went their playoffs.
Yes.
Legit chances.
It might have cost them this game here. Now, I'm picking Florida for that reason because if Jordan Travis was in there, I wouldn't. But I think Florida might pull this one out today. So I'm taking Florida over it because of the don't know how the backup quarterback is. I seen him come in watching that game where he got hurt. I seen him come in and it didn't be like what I mean. So
I might still take Florida State. They got better athletes. They still got better playmakers. They got a better coach.
I mean, I know it was.
Give me Florida State. Mertz is hurt. He's not playing for Florida. I think if Mertz was playing, I might be willing to go Florida, but he's not. So give me Florida State.
Florida State. All right, Georgia Tech and Georgia. Georgia versus Georgia Tech. Although it is in Atlanta. Georgia Tech's got the home field advantage. They run a potent, close to a triple option offense.
That just means Georgia fans are going to have to travel a little farther.
Yeah, they about hour and a half, 2 hours from Atlanta to Georgia.
Yeah, dog. Georgia's going to roll in this game.
Not so fast.
They're going to roll. They're going to win the SEC. They're going to go to the playoffs, and they're probably going to three-peat. I hate it, but it's probably what's going to happen.
They got a roadblock coming up next week now. Just watch out. Just don't speak before it happens. Of course, Georgia's going to roll.
You're right. Let's just focus on this game. Because they might get arrested after this game because they're probably going to murder Georgia Tech. So
I don't know. Georgia Tech's got an awesome running game. They may just pound it down on. They may go to them like a heel-toe boot, whatever.
Yes.
What's his name said?
What?
Break their nose.
What's Georgia's biggest weakness?
But they're
It's
not.
One-dimensional teams.
Oh, good point. But they're still not. Georgia's going to demolish them. You're right.
One-dimensional teams has always just killed Georgia. Get out of here.
Yes.
Georgia going to roll. I mean, they're going to roll.
Yes, they are too. You're going to build it up. All right, Clemson. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm taking Georgia, but I think it's going to be really close. Buster Faulkner, the offensive coordinator at Georgia Tech.
He used to coach at Georgia. Yep, you're right. Yep.
And Buster Faulkner, Georgia Tech's offensive improvement this year, unbelievable.
Wasn't both of them go ahead, sorry.
What's that?
I said wasn't both the defensive coordinator coached at Georgia under Kirby too, didn't he? But anyway, go ahead. Georgia Tech's defensive coordinator.
Georgia Tech's quarterback is Haynes King. They transferred from A&M.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the coaches. They coached. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
But I think Georgia wins, but I think Georgia Tech's going to play them well today. I do.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like 49-28, 49-35, something like that. They're not going to stop Georgia. But I think
They score on. That's pretty good considering 28 points on Georgia. Woo. Toughness.
I believe I can see that very easily.
Clemson, South Carolina. 6:30 game. Another 6:30 game.
I like South Carolina, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Beamer's doing it again. You know, they were 2-6. They've won 3 in a row. I'm telling you something. I give up hope on Dabo Swinney. Clemson is not going to be Clemson like they used to be. It's just not going to happen. And I think they get it done. They beat them last year in Death Valley. I think they're going to beat them again this year.
I do not have the same optimistic point of view as Mr. Hatcher. I'm going to go Clemson. I honestly think Clemson is playing better ball down the stretch. You know, I think they get it done, and they come out with a W.
And I as well. I mean, I'm torn between this game. Like I said, I picked South Carolina to be my sleeper team, my surprise team this year. But I have to agree with Cody. I mean, Clemson after Dabo's ran. I mean, they come out and was really on fire to an extent. So I'm gonna have to say Clemson's on fire. I'm taking Clemson in this one too. All right. And what I hate the most, huh?
You need like some AC/DC,
Thunder music.
Yeah,
that thunder
game.
music.
Did you guys see Auburn's live video for the game?
I did not.
No.
All right, Auburn, Alabama. Here we go. Y'all gonna hear it a lot again. And I hate it. They just showed it just a few minutes ago again. 10th year of the worst play ever in college football.
Yeah. We need to we do need to do the over under on that game.
All right, y'all hold on.
They show it
Talk
during the
about
game.
it. Y'all be right
I
back.
bet you they show it 7 times. Or they talk about it. They might not show it, but I bet you they talk about it 7 times.
It's CBS's most watched in-season game in history. It's a great game. Championship on the line. Whoever lost is out.
Yep.
Jordan Hare, man. And that Auburn team had no business beating Alabama. No business beating Alabama.
No. Was Nick Marshall the quarterback?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cornerback turned JUCO quarterback.
Yeah. Dude.
Unbelievable.
Man. That is unbelievable.
That was the best running team I have ever seen in my life. people off the ball. I mean, it was embarrassing.
And then he switched back to he went did he get invited to the combine? I mean, I know he switched back to defensive back.
Yeah, he got invited to the combine.
Yeah.
He got drafted. He got drafted.
It was an unsigned free agent, wasn't he?
Yeah. And then he went to the Jaguars and actually played the Jaguars.
So
yeah.
Thursday morning, I get up, start my day, Thanksgiving Day's praise coming on, It's great, wonderful day. So I click on, hey, let's see what SEC Network's got on. And all of a sudden, I turn it on, and guess what? Stinking game is on. I'm sorry, Kyle. I understand for you it's great. I get it. The Kick 6 game. See? So we go back. Sorry, how many times? I get it, 10th year anniversary. Y'all are happy Auburn fans. I get it. But, us Alabama fans, we have to live that, So, but anyways, I thought my day was going to be great, and I watched that. It was a good game, though. It was a good game, though. Yeah, but what happened? Who lost their job and who's still employed, winning 8 national championships?
That special team coach could have been just fired right after that game. I don't know anybody that just crashes one side of the field.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were in awe. I guess they just stopped. If you notice, Alabama's offense, the special team just stopped and looked because I guess they thought wasn't expecting nobody to run it back. But, hey.
Well,
He still stepped out of bounds.
I want to say they mention it or they show it more than 7 times.
All right, let's put this down here. All right. Odds. See who gets it. Odds on Kick 6. I'm gonna mark them too during the game. All right. So Cody says 7. I understand, Kyle. You love it. I guess it's
I'm taking the over on that.
The over. What do we got to put a mark on it first?
7. They're going to show it
more than 7. So you're taking the over.
Yeah,
more than
we'll
7.
Just put 7 as the over/under, and I'm taking the over too.
Well, of course, we're all going to take the over if that's it, because I think they're going to show it more than 7.
They're going to do the same intro they always do.
Yeah, that one's going to be the first one because it's on CBS and they loved it. Yeah, I mean, I get it, Kyle. For Auburn fans, y'all love it. I get it. I understand.
Well, what I was going to say is they do that same intro. CBS does the same intro. They're going to have that guy getting the steal, opening
yeah.
intro for the game. He's going to be getting the steal for the Iron Bowl, and then they're going to say at some point anything can happen in this game, and they're going to show the Kick 6. But that'll be the first time. I'm taking more than 7. Give me the over. Yeah.
And also, you'll probably see the Auburn tip pass.
For Georgia.
The wide receiver tips it to himself for a touchdown. You'll probably see that.
That was a Georgia game, wasn't it?
Oh, never mind. My apologies. I got game confused.
Yeah.
He's Arkansas.
That was a game right before that. They got Miracle and Jordan Hare. Yeah, that was the game right before the Kick 6. See, that year they had 2 things. Yeah, that year it just fell in place for Auburn. I mean,
in 2015 we did tip the pass. We tipped the pass. Jason Smith, Jeremy Johnson hit Jason Smith. That's the game Derrick Henry had 46 carries.
Y'all want to say?
So they'll probably show that.
Oh, I don't see. I block out most of that stuff, so that's why I don't.
Well, I'm going to take Auburn. Look, I'm afraid don't even believe me. He's not even right.
Yeah, I had to look again.
I'm going to take Alabama. I'm going to I'm going to be honest with you. I might have took Auburn. This is no lie. I might have took Auburn if they came in on a 4-game winning streak and a 3-game SEC winning streak.
Good point.
They came in with all the hype, coming on at home. I probably would have took them. I don't know if I would have took them for sure, but I'd have been more confident about it. But now them losing to Mexico State, that's just unacceptable. Right for the Iron Bowl, you play that game because you're playing in the Iron Bowl. Literally,
Yeah.
Alabama and Auburn both do it.
You get yourself
play that
set
game.
up for it. Yes, you pick a team to help you play
You know,
against
so
Alabama.
I
Yes,
think it hurt them, and I could be wrong, but I think it hurt them losing to that game. So, I mean, I don't see how it helps you losing to New Mexico State. I don't know how it helps you in any way around.
sometimes it gets you fired up and you go ready to prove a point. So you know, I don't know. Maybe you put the Polar Express on it, but right before the game, and you decide that maybe that'll help you.
And that's what I don't get about. I know we changed the subject about the Polar Express, but there's so many better movies than watched at that time, and they pick.
I mean, come on! I would have been Go ahead. I'd been happy with the Elf movie. I mean, come on.
If that don't define our football team, then I don't know what does. So that's. All right, continue on with this game.
I'm sorry.
I'm taking Alabama.
Alabama. Cody takes Alabama. Of course, you know I'm taking Alabama too. I mean, it's going to be a close game, like I said. I think Auburn plays it close because they lost to New Mexico State. And so I'm taking Alabama too. And Kyle just left us, so I don't know.
Sorry, I'm in the public parking lot, and I don't know if you guys can see this guy behind me. Right here. See this guy? Hey, he's an Alabama fan.
If somebody showed up, don't he?
His car came screaming down, just hit my truck.
Are you
It's
serious?
gonna be that kind of day. Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of day for him. For what?
You're joking. Come on, man.
It literally just happened. But anyways, back to real topics. Nick Saban has only covered one time in Jordan Hare, entire coaching career. He played some pretty bad Auburn teams. He's never beat a 9-win Auburn team. This is not going to be a 9-win Auburn team. So you look at the stats, you look at things you look at. Saban hates playing in Jordan Hare. Teams never play up to him. I think we do cover today, but I do think Alabama will. The line's 14.5, but
They'll be closer than that.
It will be closer than that. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. I know we lost last week. Hugh Freeze has always given Saban problems, no matter his talent level.
Yes, that old man, she said that right.
We don't have receivers though. We just don't have guys that can catch the ball. We just don't. And I think it's gonna bite us today. I think we're gonna go back. He's gonna try to shorten the game like we did against Georgia. And the way you beat Kevin Steele, I said it earlier this year with Ole Miss. The way you beat Kevin Steele is you get that defensive line running. Get them moving left and right. I think we're going to throw everything at that defensive front to confuse them, just like we did Georgia. And but it's not going to be enough. We just don't have. We don't have. If we had 2 or 3 receivers, I'd pick Auburn today. We just don't have the guys. I think Alabama's secondary is not very good. I've said it all year. I would attack Terry and Arnold over and over and over and over.
I
would isolate Caleb Downs and go after him over and over and over. How many times Alabama got hit on a wheel route this year? Arkansas hit them on it. LSU's hit them on it. I'm telling you, their safeties their DBs are not as good as they have been. They're just not. But we don't have the ability to exploit them.
We lost Cody. He started playing with his toys.
This is over here just playing with stuff in my truck. The kids' toys.
Oh, so. Yeah. I disagree with you. I think their backs have been playing better this year than I've seen in a long time. But, yeah, I don't know. I see you on the wheel route, but, man, give credit to Kevin Steele because he came in and changed that defense, and I think they're on fire. So,
Are we gonna pick a score? I know we usually don't, but I think we should pick a score to this game.
Okay, let's put out
Cal
here.
says they're going to cover. I don't think they're going to cover. I think Alabama's going to win 35-16.
Cody says 35-16. Wow, that's a big number to put up there. You gonna pick a score, Kyle?
27-21, Alabama.
Ooh, 27-21.
Jalen Milroe.
I don't care how good Jalen Milroe's been playing. He ain't ever played anywhere like this. Ever. ever. He's never played anywhere like this. But how many times?
So you're
How many
saying
times you guys seen an Alabama quarterback roll in there and look? Mac Jones throws 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts looks like he's the worst quarterback you've ever seen in your life in 2017. Guys, Bryce Young, literally Brian Hartman.
Yeah, I had to go 3 overtimes with him.
We
Right.
beat you guys 2 years ago with the Heisman Trophy quarterback. Brian Hartman was a freaking moron and cost that game. We had a one-legged quarterback with TJ Finley. I just don't. Look, I know it's Auburn. I know it's the Iron Bowl. But Saban's teams do not play good in Jordan Hare. They don't.
Well, I'm going 70-0.
I love your confidence.
No, I'm joking. That's the Alabama fan in me won't say that. But no, I'm with you on that, Carl. I mean, but last year it was a harder game. They beat them about 40-something to 21. Alabama did. But, yeah, this year you got – I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to say 28-24.
I actually think Alabama's going to win. Peyton Thorne, you guys are going to win. Peyton Thorne. What I think's going to happen.
Oh, you done got it put up. Oh, folks, that's why I wanted to call you. Man, I got me a projector. I've got a screen. We're having the game outside today on my patio. It's a 12-foot screen. So I got a projector. I got it. Amy I was finna go out there and set it up. She done got it set up for me and everything. She just said it's huge. So we're all gonna hide it. So, man, it's gonna be outside. So I know you talk about you don't want to, but I would appreciate it if you can come. I mean, I got it on the deck out there. It's gonna be awesome. I understand.
I'd be there, but I can't be there with everybody else. I don't.
There ain't nobody gonna be there. There's nobody there. It's just who's coming out. It's Charity and Michael, and that's it. Everybody else.
I can't watch this game with halfway fans. I can't do it.
He's talking about you.
No, I'm not talking about Uncle Fred. I can watch the game with Uncle Fred every week. I can't have Nanny coming over there in the middle of the game. TV.
Nah, she won't do that. It's all good.
Yes,
she will.
Listen, before I get off here, Kyle said something that I just don't believe, and it was back when we was talking Brandon for Bama, and he said he's a respectable. He said he was a respectable Alabama fan. I ain't never met one, so I don't believe it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you know who you are.
That's coming.
Well,
from a.
What I mean by respectful.
I know what you mean.
You can have a conversation with him. I would say Uncle Fred's absolutely a respectable Alabama fan. I'd say Miles is a respectable Alabama fan. And Brandon for Bama is absolutely a respectable Alabama fan.
Dude, there's racism in the world, there's the Hitlers of the world, and there's Alabama fans.
I appreciate that. I'm up there at third in line, then I guess, huh? No, seriously though, I always tell myself yes.
I was going from 3 to 1.
Oh, well, that hurts. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, on a fun note, I always tell people this. Yes, I'm an Alabama fan, but I'm a college football fan too. I mean, even though Alabama's doing great, I have been in those sad time years where Alabama was bad, but I fell back on watching other games and stuff. You have to have that mindset. Yeah, I understand, and there's your rival, and there's your trash talking, and there's all that too. But on the front, I give props. Like I just said earlier when we first started, that's what I say. When when Hugh Freeze gets his players, Auburn's going to be, something to look at. They're going to get it under control and get it better. I don't know about Arkansas; they've always been bad, so I can't speak to them. But
No, we don't have years to look back on. We had the
Houston Nut years.
Winning 10 games one year. That was the highlight.
Houston Nut years, man. There you go.
Yes. Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know about Arkansas football when Houston Nut is the winningest coach at Arkansas.
Oh,
man.
man.
And we fired him.
Hey, on that note, we end this. This is my rant. I looked at Dan Mullins. Dan Mullins is in the coaching business again. I'm looking for it. I think Syracuse. But anyways, right now, I looked at his schedule. He was 3 years. They fired him after 3 years. He went 10-2 one year, and the other one, and the year they fired him, he was 8-4. So if they're gonna let Billy Napier get away with all this right now, they owe Dan Mullen an apology. And that's what I said. I'm sorry. I know that's off the beaten path, but you just mentioned that about it. But they owe Dan Mullen an apology for firing him the way they did. Thank you.
Listen, Arkansas hired Dan Mullen right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. Dan Mullen's a good coach, but that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. They're going to let Billy Napier get away with all this. That's just me. I'm just my opinion don't matter, but I'm just saying they owe him an apology.
Yeah.
That's
well,
sad.
Apparently, Dan Mullen quit recruiting, and he got sideways with the Florida Coaches Association, the High School Coaches Association. That's really why he got fired. But I do think, you go back 20 years, Dan Mullen's still the head coach of Florida.
Good point.
Well, he's not hurt head coach of Florida. You know what I mean? Like, he's been hired with that record. He's still the guy. He's still the coach. You can survive stuff like that. You can't do that anymore. But I agree, Dan Mullen, offensively, dude. I mean, jeez.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So, all right, boys, I gotta go.
Yes, sir. We went over, but yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, y'all too. Enjoy the games. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all doing this with me. This is awesome. I'm having fun, whether or not we get people join this or not, but I'm having fun with it. So I hope y'all are too, and I appreciate it. And
it's hard to believe college football's over with.
Well, it ain't over. Yeah, you are to believe it. It happens to y'all every year, but see, as Auburn, Alabama, we get to press on.
Listen. We usually go 6-6 a bowl game. All right, or 7-5.
So you're not getting a bowl game, but you don't know what to do now, do you? After December, after this week, huh? Y'all are done. That's right. Y'all's last game.
Arkansas basketball, and we're gonna play good basketball.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized. Yes, y'all's last game was Friday night. Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're gonna rally around Arkansas basketball, and we're gonna play good basketball. Is what we're gonna do.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. It's sad since Alabama became a basketball school. Now I know, they got football and basketball growing strong now. Hey, Final Four this year. Final Four.
Ain't nobody worried about Alabama basketball.
Go Nate Oates, greatest coach besides Plaid man. Wimp. Nate and Wimp. That's right.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
It's good. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Enjoy the games. Y'all have a good one. We'll do next week the championship game. Roll Tide. All right, folks. That's great. Everyone enjoy the games. Hope the Tide comes out on top, and we'll do it again next week. Goodbye, folks.